Good morning, my internet darlings, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go. No, not Pokemon Go. Sorry, Pokemon Duel. Have you ever started recording and not realized the sound wasn't on? It's exactly what happened to me earlier today. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to re-record and upload before going to work, so I'm actually recording this on my lunch break in my car. So hopefully it goes well and I remember everything that I talked about. We have a lot to unpack. There was a lot of news that came out today, and of course more news is going to come out tomorrow, so I'm probably going to combine them just to make sure that everything gets packed in together and I don't have two episodes on one day, because I don't know how I feel about that. But I decided to start things off by recording some boosters that I opened over the last couple of days. And this wasn't the exciting one. The exciting one already passed. So we have the maintenance announcement version 5.0.10 releases today. And I'll see this later. The training center is being revamped, and I read this wrong the first time. I thought it was like all of the hotels, but it's just the training center. I was kind of hoping it meant that the hotels would also, we'd open more hotels so we could see, but no. But the training center rewards are going to get refreshed, so you'll be able to get all the rewards all over again. The original rewards weren't that exciting. I'm hoping that the reason they revamped it was because there's so many new mechanics in the game that need to be learned that they added those into the training center. That's my personal hope. So we'll have to see. There's also the team play ability bug that got fixed. So these are all the rewards from the original training center. These are all the things that I presume you'll be able to get again. Although we may see some new rewards. I don't know. We're definitely going to have to unpack that and see that tomorrow when that pops up. Sorry about that. We also have changes for some figures, which of course we all know happens when we get a new banner. We've got Vikavolt, changed Zap Cannon 100 to Zap Cannon 120, which is pretty good. But we've also got Noivern, who's a dragon and I believe psychic type. Changed the effect of Hurricane, which is a purple attack. This time it will make all your opponent's flying type Pokemon on the field gain weight. We've added the effect to Hurricane that moves the battle opponent to the bench regardless of type. And that opponent gains weight. And they changed the Boom Burst 100 to 110. They've also changed Dragon Pulse. Now it also deals plus 50 damage if the opponent is a dragon type Pokemon. So with those two and more coming, I'm thinking we're probably going to see an electric and psychic type gym or banner coming up next. Very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. And because of that, I think our next Ultra Beast is going to be Xurkitree. I think at this point I popped up a picture, but we'll see. They changed Cosmog's Nebby's power to also return figures from Ultra Space. Nebby's power allows Cosmog to move one of your Solgaleo or Lunala next to itself. In addition to Solgaleo and Lunala, we've added your Pokemon in Ultra Space as movable targets. Here we go. Here's Xurkitree. This is what I think is going to be the next Ultra Beast. And basically he looks like a tree made out of cables with a big star on his head. So being able to return figures from Ultra Space, I say that's a pretty good additional ability for Cosmog. I don't know how I feel about it not being an Ultra Beast and being able to return it, but we'll see how that goes. We'll be able to select one of the Solgaleo or Lunala from the field bench or PC, even if we don't call something back from the Ultra Space. So that's good. We also have an update to Luxray, and I really feel like this can make this a more usable all-around figure. They've changed Gleam Eyes to the new Blue Spark ability, which makes the battle opponent's dodges become misses. And they've changed the Roar to Quick Attack 50 and increased its wheel size. They've changed Bite 20 to Fire Fang 70 and Crunch 50 to Fire Fang 70. Added dodge and decreased the wheel size of Miss. So yeah, all around, I feel like this could be more usable now. It could definitely be more usable as a support figure. Obviously, not going to be a main figure, not going to be, one of your heavy hitters, but he could be a nice support figure. We've also got stat changes to Mareep. Increase the wheel size of Thunderwave and decrease the wheel size of its Miss. So don't forget tomorrow to go into, or today actually, to go into your library, find all these figures, and reset their wheel. We've got the monthly loyalty reward, which has reset. As you can see at the top, I've already bought some gems on the sale that's also up. So if you want to go ahead and get your loyalty points in, as you can see, I've already grabbed the 70, the 80, and the 40. I don't know how much longer that single daily one's going to go on. It's been going on for a while now, but I'm not going to get any more points today. And I don't know if I'm going to spend any gems tomorrow. It kind of depends on what I feel about everything that's going on. And welcome to today. Yay! We have lots of new information. I haven't even read these yet. So let's just go ahead and unpack them. We've got new plates. We've got Magnet, where you choose one of your electric type Pokemon on the field. While that Pokemon is on the field, it deals plus 20 damage. That's interesting. Usually it's all the electric type, but that works. We also have Sharpbeak. Choose one of your flying type Pokemon on the field. While that Pokemon is on the field, it deals plus 20 damage. Your turn ends. Alright, so we also have new figures in the new March recommended booster A. We've got Celesteela, which I didn't think we'd get yet, Circuitry, which I thought we would, and Mega Ampharos. So obviously we must have Ampharos too, because we didn't before. And let's see here, a total of 33 figures in EX and UX. So the new figures that we've got include Celesteela, Circuitry, Mega Ampharos and Ampharos, Electric and Electros, Flaffy, Dynamo, and Luxio. So that should be interesting. I can't wait to jump into all these new figures and figure out what might be good to try for. And we've got the starter sets. This is different. Recommended for beginners. Rocket starter sets that let you get stronger immediately are on sale now. Rocket starter set contains a fixed set of 6 figures and 2 plates. The balanced contents of these decks make them perfect for beginners. They may feature EX figures with high damage attacks or figures with abilities that let them move past opposing figures. You can choose a deck you like and get stronger immediately. Looks like there's 3 different decks. We've got one with Zapdos, Virizion, Dartrix, Jolteon, Shuppet, Ivysaur, and X-Attack and Golblock. They've got one with Moltres, Cobalion, Torracat, Flareon, Shuppet, Charmeleon, X-Attack and Golblock. They've got the last one with Articuno, Terrakion, Brionne, Vaporeon, Shuppet, Wartortle, X-Attack, and Golblock. It's going to be interesting to see if you can change these decks. I think you should be able to, but I'm not sure. We'll definitely see. We've also obviously got, for Mega Ampharos, Ampharosite for Mega Evolving. So before we hop into these boosters, I think I'm going to check out that training center real quick. In the training center here, and actually gives you clear all the quests, and you'll be able to get a Magikarp and Gyarados, which I I know Magikarp was before. I don't remember if Gyarados was a ability before. Fuse rare metals with figures to widen the piece size. So it does actually tell you what to do, which it didn't before with the cubes and the ingots and the rare metals. So let's see what we got here. We've got additional rewards on each level. So that's nifty. I'm glad they decided to at least step it up a little bit. And, oh, you've got UX. Those are UX cubes. So, I'm definitely going to go through and grab all these. But not much to unpack for that just now. So let's go ahead and head into the shop and see what we can get our hands on. Alright, so the newest figure at the bottom is Luxio, which is the pre-evolution for Luxray, or one of the pre-evolutions rather. The dodges of opponent Pokemon adjacent to this Pokemon become misses. It's got the Thunder Fang and the Bite, just like its evolution. And we've got Dynamo, which they hadn't mentioned, I don't believe. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, this Pokemon may switch places with an adjacent electric-type Pokemon or paralyzed Pokemon. That's pretty cool. It's got Tackle and Thunder Wave with a 12 slice of miss. Its next evolution is Electric. At the start of your turn, it's got the same Electro Swap ability. It's got Volt Switch and 8 slice of miss, and Shocking Suction Cups for 70. If the Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes paralyzed. And finally in that line, we've got Electros, which has Electro Bind. While this Pokemon is on the field, the effects of abilities of opposing electric-type Pokemon and opposing paralyzed Pokemon that allow passing by other Pokemon with MP moves are negated. So, sorry, Coco. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, this Pokemon may switch places with an adjacent Pokemon, electric or paralyzed. Alright, so it's got a 20 slice of Wild Charge on each side. It's got a 4 slice of Dodge. It's got a total of 8 slice of Miss and a 20 slice of Shockwave. So you can't completely erase both misses, but you can completely miss one. And it's also got a blue move called Generator. All adjacent water type of Pokemon become paralyzed on the next turn. This Pokemon deals plus 30 damage. So that's pretty cool. I'm a fan. Next up we have Flaffy. If this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, all of the blue attacks of non-ground type battle opponents of this Pokemon become misses. This Pokemon cannot be paralyzed. That's pretty cool. It's got a 2-star Thunder Wave. The battle opponent becomes paralyzed. Or Thunder Punch, which also paralyzes. And a 12 slice of miss, which is pretty big, but for an uncommon, it's not that big. Next up, we have Ampharos. While this Pokemon is on the field, your electric-type Pokemon deal plus 10 damage for each paralyzed Pokemon on the field. This effect does not stack. And it's got a total of 8 slices of miss. It's got Dragon Pulse for 90, which deals plus 50 damage if the opponent is a Dragon-type Pokemon. And it's got Override. All adjacent Pokemon become paralyzed. It's also got a 20 slice of Beacon Light, new ability. Removes weight from all of your Pokemon on the field. So that sounds like it could be very useful. Next up we have Mega Ampharos with the ability Homeward Lights. When this Pokemon appears as a Mega Evolution, and again when its Mega Evolution ends, you may move one of your Pokemon in the Ultra Space or PC next to this Pokemon. Your Electric type and Dragon type Pokemon deal plus 10. So that's yet another way to pull your Pokemon back from the Ultra Space. They seem to really be pushing these Ultra Beasts pretty hard with these abilities. It's got, looks like, a total of 12 miss. So that's pretty big considering it's a Mega. It's got Dragon Pulse for 100, although that would be, 110, 120, 30. That would come up to 130, including the evolution and the plus 10s. Deals plus 50 damage if the battle opponent is a dragon type Pokemon. So that could potentially hit for 180. And then Override 110, which becomes 120, 130, 140. And all adjacent Pokemon become paralyzed. So pretty good. Although doesn't have an additional blue, it's got a dodge, but not an actual blue special attack like the other ones do. Alright, next up we've got Xurkitree. It's got the ability of Blackout. When this Pokemon moves to the field, the effects of energy plates are lost, and they count as having been used. While this Pokemon is on the field, Pokemon that become paralyzed gain weight 3. And in this Pokemon's first battle after moving to the field, the Pokemon that battle it will become paralyzed for sure. It's got a total of 8 slices of miss. It's got Zap Cannon for 113. The battle opponent and the Pokemon in a straight line directly behind it become paralyzed, and those Pokemon gain weight. It's also got Cable Lash, which is normally 103, but it gains times 2 damage if the battle opponent is paralyzed. So that alone has the ability to go up to 206, I believe. It's also got the ability Ultra Lightning. If there are any Pokemon in the Ultra Space, a Pokemon on the field spins. If it spins a wide attack, it becomes paralyzed. Repeat this effect for each Pokemon in the Ultra Space. And finally, we've got Celesteela. In its first battle after moving to the field, this Pokemon's Flamethrower becomes Flame Gun. The battle opponent and one opponent directly behind it are knocked out at the start of your turn. Instead of an MP move, you may move an adjacent Pokemon to a point 3 steps away from this Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon moves to the Ultra Space. Your turn ends. It also has a single 4 slice of miss, so you can get rid of that by bringing it up to level 5. It's got an 2 8 slices of Fly, and it's got the Flamethrower, which we already read the ability, can be changed easily into Flame Gun. And it's got Gyro Ball, deals plus 30 damage if the battle opponent's MP is higher than this Pokemon's MP, which shouldn't be hard, seeing it's only a 1 MP Ultra Beast again. And it's got the blue ability of Rendezvous. This Pokemon and its battle opponent move to the Ultra Space outside the field. Ooh, that reminds me of Tapu Koko's little ability there. But yeah, that is all of the new figures that are shown here. And that is actually where I'm going to leave it for today. It's already rather a long episode, but let me know down in the comments below, which one are you most interested in or excited for pulling in this new banner? Tomorrow I will go ahead and do a mega booster opening, and I will see you then. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.